So in this short film this morning, we're going to talk about the connection of the deep abdominal muscles and the pelvic floor. So we're going to just start by making sure that you're aligned correctly before you start any work at all. So this is Mirren. I'm going to ask Mirren to make sure that she's relaxed. With her eyes open, she wants to be looking at the ceiling slightly in front of her, not above or behind her. So the back of the neck is long. The shoulders want to be relaxed back to the floor. The breastbone and the rib cage settled down. So just lift your ribs for me for a moment. There we go. So what you don't want is this position. So we want the rib cage to be settled down. And if we come down to the small of the back, so here, about in the middle, you need to ensure you've got a tiny little air pocket in the very center small of your back. And that will ensure that the natural curves of the spine are in position. And then if we come down to the very base of the spine, or the top of the bottom, there's a flat bit of bone there called the sacrum. You just want to make sure that you're resting on the sacrum. And then Mirren, if you could just show us where your hip bones are at the front. So the hip bones want to be in line with your knee bones, and your knee bones want to be in line with your ankles and your feet. So the knees and the feet are at hip bone distance apart. And then we're ready to go. So talking about the deep abdominal muscles, in Pilates we use lots of visuals to understand how we get to a certain position. So the deep abdominal muscles create a corset of muscle, deep muscle, around the whole of the torso, front and back. So when we engage that deep abdominal muscle, it feels like a corset shrinking, so it provides our backs with support and strength. So that's what we're going to do first of all, is we're going to understand how to engage these deep muscles. So keeping the little air pocket in the center small of your back, I'm going to ask Mirren first of all to have a little breath in, and then as you breathe out, draw the deep abdominal muscles down towards the spine as far as you can go. You can see Mirren's abdominals flattening here considerably, and then release that, let that go. So we're going to say that we've done that to 100%, just so that we have a measure. Then I'm going to ask you, Mirren, to do it to 50%. So again, take a breath in. As you breathe out, let's draw the deep abdominals down about 50%. Again, that's a strong connection, and then let that go. So again, now she's relaxing stomach muscles. So we're going to do that one more time. This time when we do it, I'm going to ask Mirren in a moment to engage her abdominals to about 25 or 30%, which is what you would tend to use in a class situation. And when she's connected those abdominals, I'm going to ask her to hold that connection and try and breathe normally, holding that connection. So we start to practice using those core muscles. So let's do that, Mirren. So have a little breath in. As you breathe out, draw the deep abdominals down 25-30%. Let's just hold that connection and just try and breathe normally. So as we do that, we don't want to get the arms involved or the shoulders or the neck. So try and keep the whole area free of tension. And Mirren still has this small air pocket in the center small of her back as well. So it means that we've got the natural curves of the spine in place. We are completely isolating to using the deep abdominal muscles.